Today I'm going to talk with you about my top 10 tips for homeschooling your child with twice exceptionality, or what's also known as 2E learners. Hi, I'm Kimberly and welcome back to my channel, It's Only Homeschooling. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm a licensed professional counselor and a former middle school guidance counselor turned homeschool mom of one. If you like the content that you see in this video, please consider clicking the like and subscribe button. This will let YouTube know that you would like to see more content like it. So far, we have talked about believing in yourself and modifying the curriculum to fit your needs. Today, we're going to talk about, those were tips 1 and 2. Today, we're going to talk about tip 3, educate yourself. I will be the first to admit that prior to our son being diagnosed with developmental coordination disorder, I'd never heard of it. Never heard of it. In spite of the fact that 1 in 10 kids in a classroom struggles with this or has this diagnosis, or maybe the diagnosis is actually 1 in 10 adults. I had never heard of it. I have a working knowledge of the DSM, the Diagnostical and Statistical Manual for Diagnosing Mental Health Disorders. I worked with that in private practice, in GV Hall, not so much in guidance counselor, but I did when it comes to learning disorders when I was a guidance counselor. But I had a working knowledge of the DSM, and I had no clue as to what this diagnosis was. I just knew something was a little bit off with my child developmentally, and that I got tired of the pediatrician putting me off about, oh, we'll just adjust them since he's preemie. You don't need another diagnosis or this, blah, blah, blah. 1, I trusted my gut. 2, I switched pediatricians. 3, I got an evaluation. When I got that label, it was a lot. Labels are a double-edged sword. They give us the information that we need, and they help guide treatment. And sometimes, at least in my case, it gave a huge sense of relief, because finally I had a name to something. And once you have the name to it, I could proceed with what to do next for him, how I could get him the best care, how I could work with him at home, how I could help him be his best little guy. He's still my little guy, even though he's almost my height, but maybe he won't watch this video later. Come on, you still call me a little guy. Dude, when you're 6 feet tall, you're still my little guy. Moving on. The point is, educate yourself. Once you get that label, ask questions. Ask all the questions. There are members of the homeschool village that are out here. Sped Homeschool. I keep going back to Peggy Ployer and her beautiful, beautiful resource website, because she has it all. It is all there, and she works tirelessly in her nonprofit to make sure that she is supporting home educators who are educating their children with learning differences. It's there. Go look for it. I'll also put a link to a few more resources down below that are also some other great places to find help, such as Understood and a few others. But educate yourself. Learn all that you can about that diagnosis. And remember that that label is not your child. It's just part of your child. It is not who they are. Once you find more about all of that knowledge, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others. It was having this diagnosis given to my child, trying to find resources, fighting with the insurance over the years, and then meeting some other parents and the wonderful little MAVS program that you've probably heard me talk about before. I'll put some cards up here and a link in the description box below, founded by the wonderful Dr. Priscilla Tamplain and the Developmental Coordination Motor Lab at the University of Texas, Arlington, where I met with other parents who they'd never heard of this diagnosis. They didn't know what to expect. They didn't know about the diagnoses that were comorbid or coexisted with it. They didn't know how to get help. They didn't know where to go for their child. And especially a lot of them were getting the majority of their help through public education. I'm not knocking public education. They do the best that they can with what they can. When you have that many kids and that few providers, it's a Band-Aid on a gaping bullet wound, to be honest. But some intervention is better than none. So it's what they do, but it's very limited. It's very limited by what they can offer. So educating yourself on the diagnosis so that you can then share with others what you've learned. You will be a wonderful part of the homeschool village to help other parents. It's what inspired me to create my website, to host 2 podcasts, and to create this YouTube channel. I hope someone benefits from my videos. I don't do any of this for profit. I do it because in my heart of hearts, I am a therapist, I am a mama, and I am an advocate. If you like this video, please consider clicking the like and subscribe button below. This will let YouTube know that, and its algorithm, that you like this content and you would like to see more content like it. Also, subscribing to my channel will let you know when I release new videos on a variety of topics to help you home educate your child with learning differences. I also draw on a little bit of my mental health background, and I throw out some parenting and homeschooling tips that I have pulled from my years as a licensed professional counselor and as a homeschooling mom to a child with learning differences. And don't forget to stay tuned and check out these other videos coming up on my channel. But for now, remember, when you feel the weight of the heavier days, remember education is a journey, not a destination. Take a deep breath and relax. It's only homeschooling. Have a great day.